The Toronto Blue Jays took on the Pittsburgh Pirates today in Grapefruit League action. So we'll break down what we saw today. We saw some good things out of the pitching staff and out of the hitters. So we'll have that and much more coming up next. What's up, Jays fans? I'm your host, Peter Vryonis, alongside host Nick Gosse. I want to thank you all for the support that we've gotten on our live streams, to all our members, to all of our donators, and just to anyone who takes the time to like, comment, and even just watch our videos. It means the world to us. But the Jays took on the Pirates today, and it was a pretty good game from the pitching standpoint. We saw some decent things out of the offense, and overall, pretty entertaining.
Yeah, support's been great. We're on the road to 6,600 subscribers, so make sure to hit that button. But let's get into the first topic of this game. And as of recording, it's around the 7th inning because Team Canada game is about to start, so we wanted to get this recording done before that. But most of the starters and the regulars are out now, so lots to talk about today. And let's just start with it. The pitching dominated, at least so far through 6 innings. And Peter, we'll touch on Kevin Gausman, who went 3 1/3 innings, only giving up 2 hits with 7 strikeouts. And I'll just let you, I have some clips of him which I'll show, but I'll just let you take the floor now and discuss what you saw out of him today.
Yeah, well, his splitter was absolutely disgusting, and I think he got like an 88% whiff rate on it, which is unheard of. That's not it's not something that's sustainable to basically throw the pitch 10 times and have the guy swing and miss 9 times. Yeah, exactly. So it's crazy. He's locked in. He's gotten better from start to start. I think this was his 3rd start of the spring,
Yep,
if I'm not
I believe
mistaken,
so.
3rd or 4th. So he's gotten better each and every time he stepped out there on that mound, and he seems to be getting comfortable with the pitch clock, which is nice to see. But I really think Trevor Richards was the standout today. I mean, his changeup just looked absolutely filthy. And we've been very critical of him. We're saying that there are better options in the minor leagues, and I still believe that there are. But I think he's really starting to hone in on his strengths, and he knows that he has to throw that changeup very frequently if he wants to have any chance to succeed at the big league level. And if he can keep throwing it like that, then maybe he'll impact a lot more than we think this year.
Yeah, this is the second time in spring training that he's went out there and like put up some insane whiff numbers with his changeup. And I think I did a solo before. I don't think you were there for the game where he was also unbelievable, but I gave the credit to him. And like you said, he was really good today. Now, does that necessarily change my opinion on him? Not yet. But it gives management and John Schneider a bit of a reason to keep him on the staff, because that's probably what they were going to do anyway, but it's a bit easier now. But also touching on Erik Swanson, I'll let you touch on him a little bit. He's been very good throughout spring. He was very good today, and he's pitched to a 1.8 ERA. And also a quick mention on Gausman now, as I'm going to show you one of his amazing pitches there. He has a 0 ERA through his starts, and the strikeout numbers are unbelievable, and he's looked like the best starter the Blue Jays have and looks like our ace. But here's the pitch now. I'll let you discuss whoever you want a little bit more.
Oof. Yeah, Erik Swanson, same thing with him, similar to Kevin Gausman. He's just gotten better from outing to outing. And his first outing, was a little bit later on in the spring. He didn't debut until about maybe 5 or 6 games in, and he looked a little shaky. The command wasn't there. He was hanging his splitter, which is not a good look, especially for an 83-mile-an-hour pitch. That's batting practice if it's center cut. So, he's cleaned some of those things up. He looks a lot better now. His location was good, and I think that inning that he threw maybe took him two minutes
Very
to get
quick. It
through.
was instant.
It was very quick. So we were trying to time this recording to kind of match up with the Canada game, so we wouldn't miss too much of that and get you guys the content that you guys want to see. So he let us watch an extra half inning. So shout out to Erik Swanson.
Yeah, unbelievable out of him. And, again, we're only doing this through 6 innings, but pitching was very, very good today. And let's move on to some of the hitting now as, a well-welcomed return for Vlad. 2Ds there to emphasize the return of Vladdy, but unbelievable out of him. Look, honestly, great day out of the hitters in general. We have Whit Merrifield going 1 for 2. We have Bo Bichette going 1 for 3. Vladdy going 1 for 3 with an absolute rocket. And I don't know, very, very impressive stuff. Varshall cooled off a little bit. And Biggio continues to do very, very well. And someone else who we'll touch on later in the video is Nathan Lucas. But what were your thoughts on Vladdy as I show you guys one of his absolute rockets that he hit?
He's back. He's back, and that was an absolute
Drilled.
missile. That was a rope to left field. I think it was 114 miles an hour off the bat, which is I mean, that's prime Vladdy. That's what we can expect when he's hitting the ball in the air, to hit it with authority like he's doing right there. And one guy that really impressed me today was Whit Merrifield. He had a couple of great at bats. Even though he struck out in his first at bat, I think it was a 7 or 8 pitch battle against JT Brubaker, and he's looked very solid. Not maybe not at the top of the lineup. I don't think he's going to slot in there very much throughout the season. But as an 8 hitter, I don't think you can do much better than what Whit Merrifield is going to provide for you. And he's looked like a good veteran presence. And we've been kind of writing him off just because of Espinal's and Biggio's performances. But he's looked very good in the spring as well. And another problem for another good problem to have for John Schneider.
Yeah, he's up to 350 now, and I was kind of guilty of it. I've been underrating him at least a few days ago when I discussed how he wasn't, or about a week ago now when he wasn't playing too much. But
Yeah.
every time he's played, he's hit the ball well. And like you said, unbelievable 8-9 of Whit Merrifield and Kevin Kiermaier if they keep up even a little bit of what they've done in spring so far. But again, Vladdy, very impressive out of him, and he looks very healthy. And he played the field today, which was another interesting note there. First game back from his injury, he plays the field, looked fine out there. So very, very exciting stuff. And let's move on now to the third topic, which, still keeps in mind the game today. And it's the battle for the final roster spot, definitely heating up. And it is getting very, very tough. You have Otto Lopez, who we're going to touch on here, playing for Team Canada right now as we're speaking. And Nathan Lucas, who's also playing and doing unbelievable. What are your thoughts on it? As I'll pop up the box score one more time, Nathan Lucas goes 1-4-2. Brings his average up to 333 on the year, and he is known for his glove as well. So, I don't know. I think Otto Lopez grabs the spot, but it's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to lean towards Otto Lopez as well, who's, he's getting into very high leverage situations right now with Team Canada. And this game that is about to get underway here is probably the biggest game in Canada baseball history. I mean, I don't know if that's a stretch because they've never gotten out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
up there.
they've never gotten out of pool play in the World Baseball Classic. So he's performing at probably the highest level besides the MLB playoffs. So shout out to him. He's looked so good at the plate. He's hitting the ball to all fields with authority. He's looked like he's added some newfound power, and he can run the bases too. He can run the bases. He can play a ton of different positions. Nathan Lukes is kind of limited because he's a lefty. He throws left-handed, so he can only play outfield. Otto Lopez can play probably 7 positions, and he's also a right-handed hitter, which is needed in the outfield. So I would lean towards Otto Lopez, but I would not be surprised to see Lukes get a lot of playing time in 2023.
Yeah, and the only, I guess, not even a knock. The only weakness, I guess, of Otto Lopez is his lack of power. He has the speed, he has the contact, and he has very elite contact. I was watching a tweet today or something, going in depth on him, and his contact skills are, top tier. And I'll quickly show you guys this. I'm sure a lot of you saw it from yesterday. Otto Lopez's absolute moonshot. Peter, I know we were both watching the game, and I kind of flipped out. It was the most excitement. I said it on yesterday's video that I felt from baseball since the Blue Jays, of course, played in the wild card. That didn't give us much excitement anyways throughout the whole series, but unbelievable at Otto Lopez. And I don't know. He's making his case with Team Canada, while Nathan Lucas is making his case with the Blue Jays, and it's going to be interesting to see who ultimately makes the roster. But I think Lopez, being the right-handed hitter and more versatile, might give him the edge
Yeah, I think so too. And dude, if you were excited about that hit over there, I
today.
think you're going to be excited about this Canada-Mexico game, which is probably around 35,000 to 40,000 people in the crowd, and probably Mexican fans that do not want to see Canada on the winning side like we do.
Yeah, and of course there's beef with that from 2013. So I guess we can quickly
Yeah,
touch on it. Is
yeah.
there anything you're looking forward to seeing in the Canada versus Mexico game today before we wrap up the video and go watch the game ourselves?
Man, I cannot wait, and I'm hoping for an upset here. Obviously, Mexico's got to be the favorite. They got loaded MLB talent on that team. Rowdy Tellez, former Blue Jay. Alejandro Kirk would have been on this team as well, so that would have been an interesting
It worked out
scenario
well
for us
for
to
us.
break down. It did work out well. It did work out well for us. And Isaac Paredes of the Tampa Bay Rays, a known Jays killer, and Randy Arozarena, so a couple of foes that Canada's lining up today against. But hopefully Otto Lopez and and the rest of the boys can take them to the promised land.
Yeah, and we're excited, and we're also excited for the start of Toronto Blue Jays baseball, and that's what, after the World Baseball Classic, that's what everyone's eyes are set on, which is 15 days away. But thank you for the support. That'll wrap up the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video or live stream.
Thanks.